Hello everybody, welcome on into another brand new episode of Taste Test right here on youtube.com/Seannosaurus Rex, where every Wednesday and Saturday you can watch me try the weird, the wonderful, and the limited edition. For more, subscribe and ring the bell down below. You'll be notified when I post new videos, and if you have a suggestion, you can leave it down in the comment section below. You just have to tell me what it is and where to find it. You might see it on a future episode of the show. Today, we are trying a Monster Juice. Monster Juice. I've never really had, I have had Monster. I'm not a big Monster guy. I'm not a big energy drink guy. And I've never had a Monster Juice before. But Viking Berry was an enticing flavor. The berry was the enticing part. The Viking, less so. As a Packer fan, it's kind of like, do I like them? Yes, I do. But we're going to try this today. Kind of a nice can design. It kind of looks like the three-color popsicles, the Rocket Pops. I don't know why I did that. The Rocket Pops that happen throughout the year. I always want to say that they're during the summer, but that's because they've been doing more like Rocket Pop flavored drinks and stuff. It doesn't matter. The point is, it's a nice color combination. You got the pink, you got the white, you got the blue, just in case you needed a reminder. Monster Juice. The Vikings were valiant warriors who loved a good drink. They saved the very best of what they gathered, grew, bartered, and pillaged for their celebratory feasts. Inspired by wild Nordic berries and Scandinavian fruit comes Juice Monster Viking Berry. What? Juice Monster. Why wouldn't it just be Monster Juice? Okay, alright. Juice Monster Viking Berry, the JMVB as it's locally known. Nothing like you've ever tasted. Viking Berry blends real fruit juices and exotic flavors for a whole new taste experience. Loaded with our world-famous Monster Energy blend to power you through your next adventure. Grab your drinking horn and take a swig. Skål! Hold on, I gotta do the thing. Hold on, because they do it and they go, Skål! Like that at the Vikings game. Skål! And then they're losing by 45 to Green Bay because they're number one. Go, Pack, go! All right, let's jump into this. I'm very... 9:22 a.m. and I'm going to put more energy on this. That sounds bad. Now, the first thing that I will say, I'm not a big Monster Energy guy, and I already said that, and I'm not a big energy drink guy. I was more excited about this until I actually read that it has that world famous Monster Energy blend. I was like, that's not what I want. That's not. I just give me the branding. I don't need the flavor. You know what I mean? I'm sure there's a lot of people who are like, I want the flavor and the branding. I'm like, why don't you come up with something different? Okay. Kind of got a nice smell though. It's kind of monstery. I feel like when I cracked it open, I got a nice waft of berry, but it's kind of disappeared. It's there. That is pretty good. Okay. All right. I like that it's not as carbonated as some of the energy drinks are. Again, not an energy drink expert, but I do like that there is like Monster Juice Monster. What do they call it? Who cares? It sucks. The naming sucks. I do like that there's a difference in the texture, a difference in the flavor palette that you're getting. The berry is really strong. It's super solid. It tastes kind of just... It does taste more like a generic berry rather than something specific. It probably leans a little more toward grape if you're going to pick one flavor specifically. Did they say on the can? Real fruit juices. Yeah, okay. Wild Nordic berries. Okay. Scandinavian fruit. All right. It's a solid flavor. I like the texture of the drink. It's not decarbonated, but it's not like overly carbonated. It's a nice mix. And there's something about it that just has a very smooth finish to it. So I would say that this is worth trying if you like Monster. If you don't like Monster, it might actually be worth a shot just because I'm not getting a ton of that Monster-based flavor. I talk about this a lot on the channel and a lot on the show of like, if you're going to give a guest flavor spot, make it sing, make it do it. This does, oh God, the energy is already hitting. This does that very successfully. Oh boy. We're falling apart. It's 9:24 a.m. on a Thursday, and I went to bed too late. This does that. It's a nice berry flavor, pretty good finish. Worth a shot. I would say it's worth a shot if you are meh on Monster and above. If you don't like Monster, don't think this is really for you. Again, I will say that, hey, good berry flavor. It doesn't really have a lot of that Monster after finish to me, at least. So it might be worth a shot. But if you're kind of like, I'm not the biggest monster guy, which is where I am and above, worth a try. Found it for $3.29 or something like that at 7-Eleven, which was pretty exciting. And that is, I'm assuming you can find it more places, but that's the only place I've seen it. It's also the only place that I've really looked. This wasn't on my radar. I just happened to see it when I walked in the door, and I was like, you know what? That is worth a shot. And in a video for taste test. So there you have it. Thank you so much for watching this episode. I know it's a bit of a mess. I'm going. What does Michael Scott say? My brain is going a mile an hour or something like that. That's how I feel right now. If you'd like more, you can subscribe right over here. You can ring the bell down below. You'll be notified when I post new videos. And if you have a suggestion, leave it in the comment section down below. What it is, where to find it. You might see it on a future episode of the show. And the best way to see that future episode is to make sure that you're subscribed to the channel. Check out more taste tests right over here, uploading every Wednesday and Saturday here on the channel. Thank you again so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. We'll see you next time here on Taste Test. As always, bon appetit.